Saturn moving into Aries for Aquarius Rising. Let's get into it. My love, so for you, Saturn is moving into your third house. Not Alexa interrupting me when I'm about to talk about your voice. It's moving into your third house, which has to do with your voice. So basically, you're about to become an authority if you start communicating more. Another thing that lives in the third house is your siblings, short travels, your neighbors, and your mental acuity, so your ability to think. So this is your brain, your voice, and the people closest to you. Now, Saturn is the planet of structure. It's a planet, to me, that builds. It's a planet that comes in and cleans up. It's like daddy energy, like this is working, this is not working. Let's be more practical. Let's come up with a plan, right? But also, Neptune has been hanging out in Aries for a little while, and it's going to be there for the next 13 years. So we also have to talk about it. Neptune to me is kind of opposite to Saturn because it's a planet that dissolves. It's a planet that's all about grandiose thinking and illusions. And when you have the dynamic of a planet that builds and one that dissolves, it's almost like everything that needs to break down is going to become obvious, and then you're going to have the ability to rebuild it new, but it's going to come with lessons a little bit harder and a little bit of karma. Now, Aries naturally is a sign that's all about taking action and pioneering and being bold. So your communication style is already very direct, very quick. Your mental acuity, you're agile, you're not afraid to say the thing, you're not afraid to jump in. But with Saturn in this house, honey, your words are going to carry weight. Now it's going to be like powerful daddy business energy of like, this is what I'm saying and I stand by that. Another thing is Neptune is also a planet that's very inspiring. Neptune, anytime I see Neptune in the third house, it brings this air of like poetry or music even, or like there's a certain level of like, what's the word I'm looking for? Like dreamy, wistful type of energy. So your communication is also going to soften in that way, but it's going to have more potency, if that makes sense. You may just start creating content. You may decide that you want to write something. You may decide you want to start a vlog or whatever that is, but you're going to feel the desire to just share more of your voice. Honestly, you're going to find your voice. You're just going to build discipline around your communication. So instead of saying things and wasting the time, you're going to put that word and that effort behind something that actually matters to you. That's what Saturn does. I feel like anytime Saturn is in a house that has to do with your way of thinking, you're going to get more practical. You're going to get more efficient. You're going to come up with a plan of what this looks like. So instead of sitting in all the thinking of, oh, I want to do content and I want to write about this, and that, you're literally just going to say Monday, boom, Tuesday, boom, and you're just going to knock things out. Saturn is all about consistency. It's all about discipline. It's very strategic. It has a goal. Right? Neptune is going to give you that oomph and that softness where your words are just going to connect deeper and bring people into your world. That combination in the third house is actually really beautiful. Now, your mental clutter is going to decrease, but it could also go down the path where you get lost in your thoughts. Saturn is going to pull you right back. Neptune is going to be here for about 13 years. So that's your voice, honey. It's about to become a superpower. However, Saturn is going to be here for the next 2.5, so it's the time to get serious. It's like if you do it right, this is going to build a solid foundation for you. I will say if you are an Aquarius rising, this is the perfect time to start a content creation journey or to start being more disciplined when it comes to sharing your voice. You're going to find that consistency with posting becomes easier. You're going to sharpen your voice. You're going to get to know what is it that I'm trying to say. And maybe in the past you've struggled. Maybe in the past it didn't connect. Now people are really going to resonate with what you're saying because it's going to come across more clear. Now, if you're having your Saturn return or you find that like your focus has been all over the place, this is going to force you to focus. There may be some miscommunication, especially when it comes to like your siblings and your neighbors. You're going to find that those relationships are also tested. I say tested because Saturn has an air of karma and healing and lessons, and miscommunication is not going to be tolerated. You're going to see through the illusions of maybe you idolize a sibling, or maybe your relationship with them could improve, or maybe there's things that have been left unsaid. They're going to come up to the surface to be addressed, and you'd be wise to use this transit to just be honest, right? Because that's what's going to forge deeper connections for you. You may also outgrow social media habits. You may outgrow people that are close to you. It's almost like you're going to tap into creativity and you're going to be able to create so much more, and it's just going to feel so natural and flow. You're also going to have the wit and the ability to get it done and get into a plan. You're going to be more discerning with where you put your energy, who you put your energy with, what you share, what you say. but you're going to be more discerning with information, with people. Short travel may be a thing, and you're going to find that anytime you take a short trip, there's going to be a lesson that comes with that, or a shift in your mindset, like the way that you think is going to come through short trips. You're going to go from speaking out of chaos and being all over the place to kind of voicing your truth. This is honestly a really beautiful transit if it's in your third house. Now, if it is your Saturn return, babe, I promise your mindset is going to change. You're going to find your voice. But if it's not, whatever planets you have in this house will also interact with this transit. I will say, if you've ever wanted to be seen, if you've ever wanted to use your voice, if you've ever felt like I have a message to share, you are going to want to tap into your voice. And I'm not saying go busy, go do all the things. You're going to know when you need to speak. Trust that urge. Also, if you find that communication is tricky or heavy or it doesn't always go according to plan, it's going to reveal what needs to be healed. You're going to start to understand why people didn't get your messaging before, why it didn't resonate before, but it's also going to help you get it right. So the theme here really is getting rid of the mental noise, tapping into clarity, being able to be consistent, but it does have to do with your mindset. So if you have a busy mind, this is the perfect time to build a practice to slow it down. And also if you've struggled with your voice, this is the perfect time to kind of hone in on like, what is my message? What am I trying to say? And get consistent, because you might build an empire and not even know it. I'll say this, Saturn and Neptune have been kind of playing around since May of last year, 2025. So you've already had a taste of that. Now they're sitting for good. They're not moving. Saturn is going to take 2.5 years transiting Aries. Neptune is going to be there for the next 13. So get used to the energy. It may be a little bit uncomfortable at first. Saturn is going to bring lessons. It's not all going to be rainbows and butterflies, but out of all the transits and where it could be, this is a really beautiful one if you use it wisely. Let me know if this landed for you, if you're already seeing this play out in your life. I love reading the comments. That's how I know astrology, like it just validates why I love it so much. So I hope this helped. I hope this landed for you. I am going to be hosting astrology classes if anybody's interested in like on beginner level, beginner level astrology, where we're going to go through all of this, the signs, the houses, the transits, what do they mean, what are the aspects, so that you can do this for yourself. You shouldn't need an astrologer, but I'm going to be hosting those classes both online and in person if you're local in Atlanta. So if you're interested, come at me and I will send you that link. Love you guys.